Hi, myself Adinarayanan, and today we are going to discuss about how to install our MySQL server. And so then we are going to see how we can create a database. This one, how to create database. Then we are going to see simple table creation and inserting record. So these are the things that we are going to see as of this training. Okay, so if you want to install MySQL server, you can watch this YouTube video, and here you have step-by-step instruction to install MySQL server. See this one, MySQL server, MySQL SERVR, MySQL server, and Workbench. This Workbench is the tool where we use to write all our SQL related queries. So it's a tool. Whereas this is a MySQL server, so all the data are stored in MySQL server. So if you ask me what is RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. So in this scenario, you can just see Relational Database Management System is the software that interact with the end user and application to store the data, retrieve the data. All these things we discussed in our previous videos. Just see my previous video. You will get enough information about what is RDBMS, what is DBMS. So what is it? So next one, creating a database. See what is that? Creating a database. A database is an organized collection of data. So when you go to Flipkart, you register yourself. You give your account number, bank account number, your detail, your email ID detail, your address detail. All those things are data. All the data are stored in database, and we need to create a database in RDBMS. So which RDBMS that we are going to use? MySQL server. There are n number of RDBMS server available. Go to Google and type RDBMS server. You will get n number of server. We are going to use we are going to use MySQL server. So this is written by a company before MySQL. Now it is Oracle. So MySQL server. We are going to install MySQL server and a Workbench. Workbench is a tool. So where we write all our query, then we send that SQL query. What is SQL? SQL is structured query language. This one. SQL is a language used for managing data held in the relational database management system. Okay, you should know what is database, RDBMS, what is database, and what is SQL. These three are important. Anyway, you will get a knowledge on this. As of now, if you go to this link, let me maximize it. Okay, just copy this one and paste in your browser and watch this video. By using this video, you can install MySQL server. See, let me do this one now. Control V. So this is a video which will help you to install MySQL server. Okay, you can see this is happening. Anyway, now we go here and okay. So now once you by watching this video, once you installed your MySQL server and Workbench, come to Windows. So in the search bar, see here, in the search bar, in Windows search bar, type Workbench, WORK Workbench. See here, MySQL Workbench 8.0. Right, double click this one. If you want, you can minimize all the things whatever you are having in your Windows. So it takes a little bit time. Now the Workbench tool is a tool. So when you watch that video and when you follow that, you will be installing MySQL server and Workbench tool also. So Workbench is a tool. Okay, it takes a little bit time to open. See, this is a Workbench tool. See here, MySQL Workbench is the official graphical user interface tool for MySQL. It allows you to design, create, and browse your database schema. Okay, work with the database object and insert data, as well as design and run SQL queries to work with stored data. Anyway, this is a tool. Okay, so now once you get something, you will get something like this: local instant MySQL root. When you install your MySQL, it might ask you to enter the password for the user called ROOT. You might have entered. So so that one, when you click this one, it will ask the password. Enter the password. In my case, already I entered, so it is not asking me. And it will open this workbench tool. Okay, this is the workbench tool, and your thing is open. So here I have something, database already created. I created some database. So the difference between RDBMS and you should know what is the difference between database and RDBMS, all those things. If you see here, just see here. So database is one relational database management system. Okay, this is a general concept. So MySQL server is an RDBMS server, relational database management server. So in this MySQL server, you are going to create one database. You can create n number of database in MySQL server. Okay, you can create n number of database. We are going to create one database. If you ask me what is database, this is the one. What is this one? Yeah, database is an organized collection of data. All the data that you are going to store and retrieve is going to be in this database. So your database is part of MySQL server. In MySQL server, you can create n number of database. In MySQL server, you can create n number of database. If you ask me what is database, a database is an organized collection of data. So whatever the data that we entered when you go to Flipkart, so you enter some information, or when you go to Facebook, so you register, then all the data are stored where? In database. In MySQL server, if you are going to use MySQL server, it is going to store in MySQL server in turn, that is inside this database. So we need to create one database, and we can use SQL to create a table, insert, update, all the things we can do by using SQL. SQL is a language used for managing data. So anyway, now we open this workbench. This workbench is connected to MySQL server. So as of now, it is connected. If you want to connect also, you can do by using this tool, connect to database. See, this is the tool. Your server is installed. MySQL server is installed, and it is running in the Windows, in the Windows operating system. So you can connect to by using this one if you want to connect to database. So already I connected, so I'm not going with this approach. And probably if you go to Google and type connect to database MySQL server, you get a number of tutorial to do that one. As of now, don't no need to think too much into that. Okay, so now it is here. So now you are going to write some SQL query language. SQL query language. So what we can do now? Create one file. So create one file and write all the SQL language into that. Create the file. Say create a file. How do you create a file? Open or new. Okay, new. Not that is model. Sorry, this one. New. How will you create open recent SQL file? New model, not new model. Save, close, recent open. Where is file? New document, open model, save module. This is different. This one, add a new table, add a new view, add new this one. What is this one? New document. Actually, here you will create a file. Just a minute. Go to database and connect to database or local instance. Okay, here. I was here. Okay, create new model. Okay, here, see here, see here, see here. Open, see here, this one. Open a SQL script file. This one. Okay, this one. Let me start. Maybe you may get confused. Let me close this one. Okay. Let me open my SQL workbench again. My SQL. Double click this one. Double click this one. Okay. So something you will get something like this. Click this one. Okay. See here. Now there is one file already opened. Either you can use this file or else use this one. Create a new SQL tab for executing queries. What is this one? Open a SQL script file in a new query bench. This one create a new SQL tab. Let me click this one. See here. This is one file and this is one file. Either you can use this one, this one. Okay. So now let me close this one. Okay. Let me use this one. Otherwise, you type this one and use it this one. Okay. This is the file. First of all, save this file. What is the file name? SQL file 3 something it will get. First save the file. File and is there anything called save? See here. Save script. Either use control S, control S, or you use this one, save. So see here, it's asking to save your file. So in F colon, choose any colon and give a proper name. Give a proper name. So query query example something. See here, SQL file.sql. Just to save it. See here, whatever I gave, this is the file. So you write on something and so that if it's saved now, you can, when you open, suppose today you close your workbench and tomorrow when you open the workbench and if you open this file, go here, open module or okay, we will check that after some time. Control S, quick controllers. So now what is our first step? So what is our first step? Now we open the workbench and we created one file. We created one file. That's our first step. We created one file and we are going to write something here. First, we are going to write the SQL query to create a database. See here, there are already database available. I created, so it is there. In your case, it won't be there because you just installed, right? I installed and I used this one. That's why I'm getting. Anyway, now we will create one database. So what is the command to create database? Go to your W3 school or go to Google and type here create 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 DATABase create database MySQL. So when you type something like this, see you get a number of recommendation, a number of tutorial recommendations. So you can use W3 School or any other. So I am going to use W3 School for a document. See how to create, what is the use of how to create a database? This is syntax. Create table, table name. I already told SQL is a programming language. You are going to learn all the SQL related language in next video. This video we are trying to learn only two things. One is to create database and another one is to create table and insert one record and retrieve one record. These are the four things that we are going to read now. Simple, but you are going to read much more in detail about SQL language in the next video. So in this video, we are going to see only four things. So this is one. Think of this as a language like Java, C++. So you can learn this one. So this one line will create a database. This one line will create a database. Copy and paste. See here, you can give any name. See here, I gave a number. I created a number of days. You give any name. Create database. Give name. Something you can give. To be meaningful, let me create a TRAINING something. TRA something TRA training. Choose this one. If you double click, then you can choose. See here, this one. Execute the selected portion of the script. You need to execute. So when you create a Java program, when you see a program, you run right. Same way here you are running. That is execution. How will you run? Select the query that you want. Double click on this one and create this one. Run this one. See here, cannot create database. You are getting error. What is the error? See here 107 cannot create database TRA already exists. The name already exists here. Already this name is exists, so it is not allowing me to do that one. TRAINING training my SQL something SQL any name. Now, how will you run this one? Double click, select this one, run this one. See here, create database. You are getting in green color, and this got created. Now a database is created. Like in Windows, you create a folder, right? Same way you are creating here a database. One and the same. This database is going to contain all the table and the data that you are going to create and insert. All the table that you are going to create and all the data that you are sending from the browser will be stored in the database. And for this, we will use Java and JDBC, and we will connect to this database and we will store it. That you can learn when you learn Java. So in the browser, when you go to Facebook, when you register, you give a lot of data, right? All those data are stored here. So how does from the browser you submit, it will come to your Java program. In the Java program, you create a connection to this database, and you send that all the details from there to this database. So there is a JDBC concept which you will learn. All those things you will understand. As of now, we are trying to create a database and create tables so that we can store the information that is you are typing in the browser. So now we are learning only SQL and trying to create a table, insert data. So now we will use SQL here and we will try to store the information. Now database is created. So there are command show database, SHOW, show database, SHOW, show DATABASE. So there is one SQL command, database or databases. Okay, show databases, select and run. See, these are all of the database available. So now you can assure that there are n number of database available in our MySQL server which we installed. And this is the tool, this is the Workbench tool which it is allowing us to write SQL queries and execute the query. So when you execute the query, this will send this query to the MySQL server, and your MySQL server will run the query. This is tool. MySQL Workbench is just a tool. Just a tool. We are using this tool to connect to MySQL server which we installed. So these are all the database available. These are all the database available, and the database which you created, this one. Yeah, now it is available. Okay. Okay. Now, so there are n number of databases available, right? I created a ASS, payroll, assignment. That is ASS assignment. First one is assignment, and this one is payroll, and SQL assignment, sys TRA. Okay. Now, so now you are going to inform to this tool use which database? Use. There is an SQL command called use, and mention the database name. What is the database name? TRA. Either it's TRA, but what is the thing that we created now? Any database you can mention. For example, see here, refresh. It is not showing here. See here. You refresh this one. See here it now. Okay. So we are informing Workbench to use the database TR training MySQL. TRAINING training MySQL. Okay. So you are informing this one to inform this Workbench tool. I am going to create table. Use this database to store unknown database name. Is there any wrong? SQL. See here, you are getting error here. Unknown database. There is no database called training my SL. SQL is available. See here, we informed to MySQL. See here, it run. Use it run. Green color. You got green color, right? So it got run. So see here, it is star. So your file is not saved. Your file. So all this query is not saved into your file. So what you do now? Either type Control S. See, I type Control and I Control S. The control and uh, So press your control button and also S button simultaneously. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, you can store here. Go the save script. See here, control S shortcut key. Control S to save. And the control you can anyway you can do. So these are the things. Now see the star mark disappeared, meaning that this is all the queries are saved. For example, if I make C now, see I entered something not saved, so here star. If I make control yes, then it will go. Okay. Now we will create a table. So how will you create a table? Go to create a table. So why we create a table? Already I mentioned you in my previous video. What is table? How to create it? Why we need to create a table? All those things. So here, if you go here, see here when you come here uh, in this create table, see SQL create table in W3 school. Click this one. If you go and type in Google MySQL create table something like that, no, it may open something. So as of now, there is a SQL language where you know how to create database and how to inform workbench to use which database. That is, we use command, and we already run show database here. This one. So we know three commands: create database, show database, use database. Now we are going to create a table. So this table is going to contain all your data. So if you have gone through my previous video, you might have got some knowledge. Even the next video, you will get more detail about all these things, how to create a table and all. Just to start, I am just creating one simple table. That's all. So there is an SQL query. So this is an SQL query. And what is the syntax? Create a table name, and column 1, column 2, column 3. So if you want to create a table for employee, see for example person, see I want to store all employee related information, employee related information. So what are all be the employee attribute? See for example, let me make EMPLOYEE. Okay, employee. This one EMPLOYE, employee ID. This integer. I explained what is integer, what is varchar. Control. Sorry. So what is integer, what is varchar, why we are giving 255 here. All those things I explain in next video. So if you see in my next video, you will get all those things. So as of now, just think of that you are going to create a table which is going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. 5 columns. So that is when you enter this detail in the browser. For example, when you go to your company website, and if you want to enter all your details, then it may show 5 text box where you enter employee, last name, first name, address, city, 5 text box. You enter all those information. When you submit, and through Java, it will come and store in database. In order to do that, we are creating a table. So it may be confusing. When you see my next video, you will get all the things. I went right from the beginning, so you no need to bother about that. So just now you understand that we are creating a table to store all the data. So what are the data that we can store in this table? Employee, last name, first name, address, city. Okay. Okay, as of now, okay. So create a table. This is table name. This is bracket starting here and ending here. This is column. Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, and column 5. And integer varchar describe about what kind of data that you are going to store into this column. Employee, last name, first name, address, city, all columns, and column and data type. What kind of data that you are going to store into this? When you read this one, you will get most of the things. When you go to W3 school and when you read, no, don't read now. When you watch my next video, and after that you can read all these things. As of now, have an idea how to create a table. Okay, just I am going to execute. Even you no need to execute all these things and all. So you can watch my next video. After that you can see. As of now, even if you watch this one, it's okay. See now, here when you see here, I executed, meaning what I did, I choose the query, See, I choose this query, right? And I choose this query and I click this one. So I got here something. Did I get something here? See here, create table, table success, green color. So it got, your table is created. So your table is created. Now, where your table is created in this database. What are the database that you are having in my here? So you have database called this one assignment, payroll, SQL assignment, sys, TRA, training SQL. So now since you are using this one, when you create table, you are inserting this table into this database. So that's why we are using use command. If you are not using use command, then it will show you that you didn't choose the database. You get something like that. Okay. Okay. Now you got and go to Google, and if you want to see what are the tables that you created in the database, suppose you have a doubt, what are the tables that are available in my database? You can drag this. You can click this one. See here, tables. Refresh. If it is not showing, refresh. Right? I refreshed. Now it is showing. See here, a table is created. Expand this one. So what are the columns in the table? See here, employee, last name, first name, address, city. Okay. Yes, if you want to close here, you can close. Okay. If I create another one table, if I create another one table, Control C, Control V, EMP. If I create another one table, I selected and I am executing. See, EMP is created. It is not showing here. Just refresh. See here. Now you have two tables. So what is the use of see? It is star here. So Control S. Very important. If you are not going to save, if you are not saving it, then tomorrow when you open this file, query UERY example, you won't get all this line because you didn't save. So that is why we are saving it for our purpose. For our purpose, we are saving it for our purpose. Okay, now you create a database and you know how to what are the tables are available in your database. Two tables are available, and so now this is the table, right? We create a table. Now you can insert the values into this table. So to insert the value into this table, there is an insert query available. Insert query. So go to Google and www. Type mysql insert insert query. See here. So you can see all the things in W3 School. So otherwise you can come and type and see here there are n number of concepts: insert, update, delete, create database, drop table. So all these things I explain in next. There are three videos. Next you need to go and see. You already you saw one video and this is the second video and there are three videos. When you see the three video, you will know about all these things. You will know about all these things. So no need to worry now. So now you are in second video. You are trying to learn only three things: how to create database and use command and simple query, simple how to create a table and insert. So you no need to even bother about now. When you start your next video, then you can go and read all these things. So as of now, you no need to go come and read here. So next video is from basic. So you do this one. As of now, just I want to insert one record and show it to you. That's the thing. That's the reason I open this one. So this is the command, SQL command. Insert into table name, column, values. So this is the query. Okay, let me go here. So we created a database. Okay, so it can be in same line or in a different line also. So either so if it is too long, then you can reduce it to two lines. Okay. So what is the column? What are the column that we are having in the table EMP? What is the first column? EMP LOYEE, this one. So type EMPLOYEE. So don't bother about all these things. I explain detailedly in the next video. So now you no need to even do this practical. You go to next video and there the practical starts. So this one is last name. LAST, last, NAME. Then first name, capital letter, small letter, not an issue. FIR, first NAME. Then address, ADDRESS, comma, then CITY, city. So what is the value for employee? Employee integer, right? Employee ID. That is employee ID. Anyway, I misnamed it. Integer 12. Employee ID is 12. Last name double quotes. In double quotes, right? In double quotes. How will you shift? And there is a double quotes next to enter and see. So last name NARAOANAN. And what is the first name? First name double quotes and type first name ADHI and address and city. Address and comma and city. See, only integer I wrote without double quotes. All varchar I wrote within double quotes. So address ADAMBAKK Adambakam, and this one is CITOCT. Okay. Okay. Now insert into table. What is the table? We have two tables. Which table you want to enter? EMP. Or if you type employee, your record will be inserted into employee table. Now we want to enter into EMP table. So EMP table, these are the column and these are the value. Your column order and your value order should match. Okay. Okay. So how will you run this query? Select, up to select here. So click and press the shift and click here. Anyway, you can select, or else place here and press shift and click downward key, which is available in the bottom row. Okay. Then execute and see whether go there, whether it got executed. So it is not showing here. If you can drag it above, then you will get, see here, success, success. So now drag down, save. You see star here, Control S. Okay. So to retrieve the value from the table, there is a command called SELECT, select star FROM. All these things you will know in the next video. So go and see the next video. I explained each and everything. Select star from table name. What is the table name? EMP. See here. Okay. So you can drag. So click your mouse and drag this one. Anyway, there is one record called 12, my last name, my first name, and address and city. You got this one. So if you want to here, no, you can drag this one. This one, drag below. Okay. Now you got. Otherwise, you can even expand this one. Expand this one. Little bit bigger. Okay. Okay. Now insert another one record. Say for example, in your company there are 1,000 people. All 1,000 people needs to insert the record into this table. This table is in the database called training MySQL, and this database in the MySQL server which you installed in Windows. Okay, now you enter some other name, 13, 13, some SS, this one, YY, this one, T Nagar, this one, Chennai, CHENNAI, Chennai. So let me insert this data. How will you insert this data? Choose and execute. And how will you see whether the record is inside your table or not? Just select this one and click this. See here, there are two records. So now we are using this tool to insert record. So in real time, we are not going to use this tool. Who is going to record? Use how the record will come to this table. So you need to write from the browser. You enter all the detail. When you click submit, it will come to your servlet. From the servlet, you write a Java class. From there, by using JDBC, connect to the MySQL server to this database. You can do that one to this database and send the value that is came from the screen. Now we are trying to learn SQL. That's why we are trying to learn SQL programming language. That's why we are creating table and we are inserting through this workbench. So, so we are learning SQL language. So that's why we are using this tool to create a table and insert the record, retrieve the record, all those things. So in real time, it will come from the browser. And your step as a programmer, what you do, you create a table. That's all. Then you write a Java program. From there, connect to this table by using JDBC, which you will learn, and and through browser you are going to send the information. So in browser, how will you write? By using HTML or by using JSP or by using AngularJS. You are going to write that code, and when you submit, it will come to the servlet, and you are going to use Java class, and using JDBC you are going to insert, and you are going to show again some other screen by using JSP or AngularJS, which you will learn all those things when you complete the Java FSD training. So in Java FSD training, we are going to start from SQL, then Java, then HTML, then CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery, then Bootstrap, then JSP, then Servlet, and we will do one project. And after that, we will use AngularJS also. So when you complete all these things, and if you could be able to under Spring and Hibernate missing, Spring and Hibernate, if you done a single project by using all this technology, one simple application, say for example, employee registration. So then you can clear the interview. You can go with confidence that you know Java web development, and you can tell I know Java FST, that is Java web development, and then you can get the job very easily. You should be able to build an application by using all the technology, which I am going to help you step by step by my videos and by mentoring. So, so it is not saved controllers. Now you no need to do all these things practical. If you want to do, just do it. But all the theories are available here in W3 School or any website that you can go and take. So you see here you can. So all these things you no need to look into now. See my next video. It will start from creating table. I will explain all the things. Then I explain about the CRUD operation, that is insert, update, delete, retrieval. Then I describe about constraints, primary key, foreign key. Then I describe about parent key, that is parent table and child table. Then I explain about join, like inner join, outer join, cross join, self join, subquery. So all these things are covered in the next three videos. Just all those three videos. Before you start that video, you should have MySQL installed and you should have one database, and from there you can start. So that's the thing we are trying to do in this video. Okay, okay. Now what we can do? Control S. Anyway, now now if you drag this one, if you want to see all the things, go here, press the mouse and pull down. Okay, it may be little bit difficult to use the tool first time, but try to spend some time, you will get the flexibility. Okay, so this also you can close it if you want to close it. Okay, now in which file did you write your query? In this file or in this file? You wrote in this file. Okay, now it is saved. See here, you close the MySQL workbench, for example, exit, or else you click this one. Okay, now you closed your tool. You closed your tool. Now again open the tool. If you want tomorrow, if you come, you can open the tool. How will you tool? My SQL, and double click this one. Okay, now click this one. Double click this one. If it is asking username password, give it. Okay, now see here, you are saying all these things. Even your file will be showing here. If it is not showing, just go there and open SQL script. open SQL. Pick this one. From here, choose which file you want to open. Something use this one, right? Double click and open. Click and open. So it will open here. See here it will open. So if it's not already open, you can open. You know how to create a file, how to save a file, how to open your file, and you are going to write all your queries here. Save it. See whatever I typed in the previous session, it is here. That's the use of saving. Otherwise, no, you may not be able to get your queries. Anyway, we are not going to using it, but it's better to save and have it. Okay. Now see here, this is the one. This is the one. Refresh. Don't forget about this refresh. When it is not appearing here, try to do refresh. Okay. Again, here when you go, click this table and right click this one. See here there are a number of other things. Try to explore. So create a table file, send SQL editor. See here, insert statement, update statement, delete statement, create statement. So you can explore all these things. So okay, so this one, open, close, and if you go this one, so you have column, click this one, you see all the column. If you click this one, okay, anyway, you got some idea about this too. You got some idea. This is enough. This is enough. And here, this is to execute, and this one is to create a new SQL tab, something like this. And after that, you can, that is one file, create one file. This one is to open a file. If you click this one, see here it is showing something. Okay, now you got some idea, and now you are set to start your third video. So you gone through my first video. This is second video. Then there are the three more videos are there. Then you start the third video where you will be guided step by step to do the things. Okay. And now whatever you done, you can save. And if I say, if I see for example, your all your records are stored in the database, right? Here this is no query. That's all. This is a program SQL query. That's all. So if I click this one, whatever I stored, see here where just it is here somewhere it is hidden because this is larger, right? It is somewhere it is hidden. So if you get any problem, then just you can call me. Okay. So minimize this one. How will you minimize? How will you minimize this one? So there is some. See here there is a error. No database selected. See, no database selected. Selected. No database selected. Why? Why there is a problem? Why? You need to inform again. You need to inform. Use which database? Use command. Which database? TRAINING training my SQL. That is very important. Inform to the workbench, use this database. Okay, then you run the query. So if you get no database selected, then you didn't execute the use query yesterday. When you open yesterday, you used it. Every time when you open your workbench, you need to run this one. You need to inform which database to use. Run this one. Run this one. Okay, now run this one, select and run. See, you got the result. So that's very important. So this one, use command is very important. So if you want to drag it down, drag it down. So where is my use command? So use, this one is very important. You need to inform the MySQL every time when you open the workbench tool. So when you see here, use database, something you should get something like this. Then after that you get very important. Okay, now you got all the things that we run in our previous time when you open the workbench. Now you got all the things. Now you start the third video and proceed. Okay, thanks for your time.